Really? Okay. Good afternoon. Glad I didn't bring Ernie. A new look. Congratulations to our new mayor, our new vice mayor. And my name is Martin Hyde. I listened to the State of Sarasota speech with some trepidation, as I was sure that the mayor's pants would burst into flames at any moment during the 38 minutes of misrepresentations, obfuscations, fibs, and outright lies written by city staff for her to repeat. Some highlighted examples of this chutzpah being a statement that the new city website provides.
I think the code of public conduct is we will avoid personal attacks. If you'd like to address the issue, sir, that would be fine.
Actually, I would.
Okay.
I brought this with me because I expected this. I expected this because for some time now, Mayor Alpert has had a negative towards me because I'm going to run for her seat at the next election. I wrote this letter to whom it may concern. I predict Liz Alpert will use her ceremonial mayor authority to try to silence me during citizen comments, despite my having spoken over 40 times before without interruption. This is obviously political and concerns my oath to unseat her at the next election, which I will do regardless of her attempts at KGB tactics today. Now I'll finish what I had to say. Fibs and outright lies written by the city staff for her to repeat. Some highlighted examples of the chutzpah being a statement that the new city website provides, quote unquote, expanded access to information, despite me proving last week that it actually reduces public access to important information by more than 98%. The mayor went on to say that legal services were on budget, but she omitted how bizarrely inflated that budget is for a small city. Examples are the over $6.3 million spent on the unresolved Lift Station 87 lawsuit and $685,000 spent already on the Lido Beach sand lawsuit. We were told how city staff is brainstorming on ways to increase revenue of Bobby Jones. This made me wonder just exactly who these marketing and business gurus during the brainstorming are and why they waited until Bobby Jones was losing 30 cents on every dollar before putting their thinking caps on. On affordable housing, it was claimed that the city should take credit for Arbor Village, which has nothing to do with the city and was entirely conceived and created by private agencies. Apparently, we should be joyful that Lift Station 87 won an award for a Best Public Works project, notwithstanding it's slated to cost over 4 times the original estimate at close to $50 million and will have taken 10 years to complete. Budgets, it was suggested, will be challenging, which is true, as we're running an ever-increasing deficit despite income being up. The reason for the deficit is massive increases to the numbers of staff on our bureaucratic payrolls in the last 3 years and inflation-busting raises for all of them. We spend, by way of example, $600,000 a year if you include their lavish benefits to employ a city manager and his 2 assistants, which defies belief for a city facing insolvency. Perhaps the most egregious falsehood was the glossing over of the debacle of our police department. We might have won a couple of awards at a police chief junket for homeless outreach, but that same body did a survey of our police department at a cost of over $200,000, which criticized almost every aspect of the management of the department. As to the massive number of gun incidents in our city of late, we're assured that more Shop with a Cop community initiatives will dissuade the gangsters from shooting up MLK every night at 2 in the morning. What we actually need is more police officers on patrol instead of the average of less than 14 that we have for a city of 54,000. According to these roll calls for the last 2 weeks, on occasion it's been as low as 11 patrol officers for 12 patrol zones. I know you interrupted me. I still have just 2 paragraphs. The chief says she's going to increase the community outreach to solve the crisis, which indicates a major disconnect. As we know, doing the same thing, expecting a different outcome, isn't sound management, but the very definition of insanity. Gerald Ford famously said in 1975 in his State of the Union speech that the state of our union was not good. And I submit to you and everybody in this room that the truth here is that the state of our city in 2018 is not good either. Now, thank you.
All right, Mr. Wolf.